Hi there guys, Viper here and welcome back to the channel. Now today's video is the start of Stellaris, let's say the first year we'll do, and it's explaining what to do and how to go about it for those people who have never played Stellaris before. Now the first time you load up Stellaris and you finally get into the game, you will be met with this screen. Obviously your outliner will be different, it's because I have Tiny Outliner mod on. Please see the previous video for the mods I have on. If you've not watched that, it's on this short little clip, tells you the mods I have enabled in a minute. Now as you load into the game, you will come across this and you'll be like, what do I do? Now, these things that pop down here, these are like, attention, you need to do this. So, first of all, these are science, society, and engineering research. Now, you want to do these. Now, luckily for us, sheer luck actually, we have a spark of genius. Now, as you can see, that gives you a research speed of plus 10. So we definitely want to keep him here. It will already have this up when you come in here, but if not, just click select research. If it's like that, click select research and then choose the one. So I'm going to go for research improvement. He's maniacal, which means he has 5. And a bit of unity can't go wrong this early in the game. And a bit more engineering research. Now that's plus 20%. That's for your researchers, not your orbital things. Like you'll get like science ones, like these planets. I'll explain that in a minute. These are your actual people in the actual research labs who are actually researching, not the ones that you get bonuses for. As you can see there on Jupiter, it might not actually be Jupiter. That actually is it? Yes, it is Jupiter. You can see there he has a 2 on engineering research. That means that if you put a station there, you'll get a plus 2 onto your science, and as you can see the minute it's 26, 26 and 30. Now I've not got this because I closed it. You will have a little option that comes here when you first start playing the game, a little advisor. If this is the first time you've played Stellaris, I highly recommend, I highly advise that you go through the full tutorial with this guy. It tells you everything you need, well not everything you need to know, but it gives you a good overview of all the basic concepts of what you need to do within the game. And every time you click on something like that, it'll explain, this is the fleet manager. Here we design here we reinforce and re-equip our ships. Or whatever he says. If it's not the first time you play Stellaris, just have tips on only. And then you won't have to go through it all again. Now, when you first load into the game, this is where you'll be. You'll be right here in your solar system. If you choose the humans, the United Nations of Earth, you'll start on Earth. For obvious reasons. But, as you see here in the Empire, now, the first thing that you want to do is you want to click on... your advisor will tell you stuff to do. Do what the advisor tells you. But if not, and you want to mess the advisor off and not bother with him, which I wouldn't recommend, press this button down here. Not that one. Let me just click back in here a minute. Press this here, like a galaxy view. You could press M or E, depending on whatever one it is. But click on this and this will bring out your galaxy. Now, click on your science ship. Now, when it first came out, it may not be when it first came out, but when I first started playing it a couple of years ago, you actually didn't have a scientist here, and you had to click on him and then recruit one. Now it's already done it all for you, and now you pay now. They're alright for the certain research, but I'm going to leave them maniacal and me spark of genius. You equip a science advisor to your science ship, and then you go over to your next system. Now you see here, this has got 3 potentially habitable planets. Oh, sorry, 2. Sorry, 2 potentially habitable planets. Right click, survey system. Now as you see that line, that's your science ship going over to this here. Now your advisor will tell you all this stuff, but just in case you messed him about, sorry, bugging him off because you don't want to put up with him. And then your construction ship. Now your construction ship, you right click in the system that you've got, like you own control of, and you build your research stations, which give a added bonus to this amount. So if it says like there, it's got 2. So if I build a research station, it will add 2 to my science output. And obviously the mineral one will give me the 3 power and 3 minerals. Now the top of your bar here is your naval capacity, which is how many ships you can have before you start incurring penalties. Now you will get like penalties if you go over that number, so I advise you stay at that number. You can increase your fleet in your naval capacity by like building star stations. Like in Sol here now, there is a station. This is station, but when you go into a new system to claim it, this would just be in just a normal outpost. You need to click on the outpost, which is this little thing here on the sun, or the star of the system, and then you need to upgrade it to a starhold. And then to build ships, you have to build a shipyard at these modules, because when you upgrade your, I'll show you when we do one, but when you upgrade that, it brings up this and they'll be blank, and then you click on these and then you put in shipyard. You need a shipyard to build ships, obviously, and a trade hub. Now the trade hub's there because you get trade through your systems. All trade goes back to your capital, so a trade hub on your station in Sol or wherever your capital is advisable, really, if you want to increase it. Make sure that's all good and dandy, your trade. Now Earth, planets, let's ignore sectors for a minute, don't worry about sectors for a minute. Planets, click on your planet Earth, and as you see, you get up this screen here. Now there's loads of information here on this screen. First things first, these are districts. Each planet has a district. It has districts, sorry. Each planet has districts, and as you can see, I've got a maximum there of 2 that I can build out of the 5 possible that I can build. I can only build 2 because if you come to features, you see I've got industrial wasteland, Great Pacific Gyre Patch, and sprawling slums. Now, if you're playing as the humans, I think it's just the humans, I'm not too sure. Tell me in the comments down below if you know otherwise. When you get rid of sprawling slums, as you can see there, you get 1 pop is created. That's your population. Now your population is, well, that used to be like the core thing of the game. It still is, really, but you used to have to get your population up by 5 to get one of these open all the way up, and it wasn't too bad. But when they brought out a patch where it took ages to get a population, it took absolute donkey's time to get this. It weren't too bad, like, but when you're doing research, you'll come across gene clinics. You definitely want to research that and put that down as soon as possible, because that increases the population speed growth within that planet. You also want to clear the features that are on the planet, these ones in yellow like that. You can get rid of them. If it's red instead of yellow, then you can't, you need to research it. But the sprawling slums, get rid of that, give you a pop, which is massive. Pops are massive in this game. The more pops you've got, the more stuff you can get. So even if you've got all these built, you get a little bit, but to get the full potential, you need to have all your pops. Now, if you do want to take one of these off and change it, you can do that. You just click on it and then click replace, and you can replace that with any one of the ones that are available with on this planet. So, city, generator, mineral, agriculture, obviously, food, minerals, power, and living space and trade value for your people. It also does amenities, which is always good, because you don't want to have your people like unhappy. If they're unhappy and stability goes down, crime will increase, and yeah, you have a bit of a problem then with. It's not really too hard to get deal with, because you can go decisions and you'll get more of these going throughout the game and a lot more stuff, but you don't really want to be using any of these mad ones. Like a good one to use is distribute luxury goods. That one there, see, immigration pull plus 25%, and amenities plus 25%, but it costs 400. It is a good one, so I'll wait till later for that one. You'll also get another one earlier if you go, I think it's Mastery of Science, or it's Mastery of something, and you'll get another 2 building slots that you can get by coming in decisions, going down, and it'll be a Mastery of Universe, I think it is, I'm not too sure, it's Mastery of something, and then that'll enable you to get another 2 building slots. Now you see they're red, that's because I've not done them features. As soon as I clear them, then I'll be able to build 5. But bear in mind, these are pricey at the start. As you can see, 500 minerals there, 480 days, so it does take a while, but you do get a lot from these. Like this one here, you get, how much do you get from this now, is it 16 minerals from one? You didn't get used to get that many. Now, population. First time you play through it and that lot, you may not bother doing this, because it's like maybe not advanced, but it's a little bit intermediate. This is where you can like assign certain roles to certain people. Like as you can see, I need an enforcer, none of one. I could go into, say, my workers, take the price, to get into it you just, is it that one there? Yeah, there you go. You can used to be able to double click on it, I probably could but I didn't do it right. And as you can see I could take them off, I could take people off being clerks and put them as being farmers, or put them as being miners, and get more minerals. So long as there is job capacity, obviously. You've not got the space for it. You can't just like put people on it. You need to actually have the positions available for people. So if you've got too many jobs on the planet for the people that you've got for that planet, let's just say for example you go and build all of these as soon as you get your planet, which you're not going to do, it's highly unlikely. But let's say, just say you did, and then you've got too many jobs for them people, so you come to population and then you do the population. Change your people around to wherever you want them for whatever resource you are in minus of. Now at the minute that's pretty good. See, I've just started the game, 121, 40, 47, 9, 16. These are the main ones, these 5 here. This one here is basically your influence. This is basically to make claims on other people's space and to build like an outpost, so you can claim the next system next to you. Now, it used to be that you could only extend. Is it that one? No, it's not influence, is it? It's unity. They've changed something where you get unity instead of influence. It's your factions. Later on, you'll get factions that form, right? And then you used to get influence from them factions, so you could extend out even like further than what you could do now, like quite a massive empire. They've changed that now, so from your factions you only get unity, and unity is pretty easy to come across really, because you can either build an automaton monument, which will give it you, and I think hollow fighters give it you as well. Hollow fighters, I'm sure it's hollow fighters, I'm sure they give you unity as well. There's quite a few things that create unity, so that'll be your traditions. Now I'm not going to go on anymore about all the other options. I'm just going to leave this simple video on basically the system. This is your system, your system. Each one of these you can build a station on your construction ship. Now you can right click and go to each one and do it, but I don't advise that. I advise coming out, right click in, make sure you've got your construction ship selected, right click, and then build all mining stations or build all research stations. Now as you can see that's pretty pricey out there. 400 minerals. 400 minerals. So it's like, do I want to spend all them minerals just so I get a plus 1 or 2? Well, it'd be a plus 11 in this case, but if you used to do like individual planets in the system, bodies in the system, so like 7 there, Palace Spots already been out, 3 there on Hamal, 3 there on Juno, so if you eventually went over there and built 1, that's 3, and then the 5 on Pluto, so you built 1 there, that's 5, so there's 100, 200, 300 of your minerals gone. But if you go into your planet and go over to your planet somewhere and build one of these for the price of 300 minerals, it will give you 16 minerals. But if you used to do that, then you need to go to your population to make sure you've got enough people that are available for the jobs, which there probably won't be at this early phase in the game because it's the very first turn, or first day of the first month. And system, science ship, go and explore the next system. That'll explore the whole system. As soon as that's done, let's just speed it up a little bit here for you to show you. I'll put it on max. Now, as you can see here, I think it pops up. Now, you will get these are events within the game. Now, the best thing is
spaceborne life
read them
form encountered.
if you want to. I'm not going to because I'm just showing you some things. But now, this is a very important decision. This is whether you will open arms to all the aliens you see, so you're nice and friendly, or will you be cautious, which means that you will have like block space, for example, closed borders and stuff. So I'm going to go, let's be friendly. Humans, aren't we? As you see over there, travelling along, and our science ship has just gone over. So over there it's gone. That'll start surveying the system, and if we find an available planet out of these 3, which we probably will, the continental world there will probably be a 17, we can then colonise that planet. You see, it's gone green. Now, let's pause here. I can talk about this in the next video about traditions and all that lot. Let's just get over this little basic fact. This first video is only about your system, the resources of how to use your construction ship to build within said system. Once you've fully surveyed the system, you can get your construction ship and you can build an outpost. Now, I wouldn't build an outpost straight away. What you want to do is, You see there, you got your traditions. You want to probably get expansion first, because when you get expansion first, it reduces the cost of influence when building an outpost. And then if you save up your unity again, you can get another one, which decreases the cost of outposts. So it's like it's either 67 or 54 you can get it down to for an outpost of influence. So you can see 3 influence a month, and it's going to cost 64, is it? I think I'm not too sure at the beginning. I'm sure it's 64 with the 2 bonuses. It might be 57, but it's down from what I think it's 75 or something at the beginning. So it's quite expensive, and it's quite expensive to do. But I'll explain that in the next video. Now that you understand how to use the construction ship within the system, how to send your science ship to other systems, and how to survey systems, you're on your way to beginning the game. Another thing is your fleet, your navy fleet. You want to keep this orbited around the starport because it reduces the cost of the upkeep of the ship. When the ship is moving about, you'll see that the power will go up. No, I'm not. Do you know what? Let's do that. I'll show you. See the power there is 120. So we'll just move our ships, and the power will eventually change because you're moving your ships, which is using up your resources. It might actually be moving about. I don't know why it's not changed. It might have actually changed that, but your power used to go up because of the using the ships. That might have actually changed, so ignore that little bit of fact there. Sounds a bit bad that, but yeah. It used to be that when you had your ships out, see look there, ships 4.45. So if I didn't have them ships, I would get an extra 4.45. But if you didn't have them ships, you would have no defense. Now you want to do your science however you see fit. Now I highly advise that you do whatever suits yourself, but make sure you're doing one of them for like weapons, shielding, armor, something for your ships. At least one of these should be doing something for your ships, as well as your others doing the stuff that you want them to do. Also, another didn't mean click on that planet. Another quick thing before I do go is your armies. Now there's no armies here at the minute because well, I've only just started the game. We're only a year in it, so you can build armies here. You recruit your armies, and then you need to board them onto a ship and send them off. But they also defend your planet as well. Don't think they're just for that. Your armies defend your planet as well. If someone was to come and invade you with a fortress, it's not too bad. Quite beefy actually. A fortress and a few armies, and then you've got your holdings. Now we don't have any of these in a minute, but don't worry about that. If you do come across that, we'll talk about that in a different video. But basically, the overall holdings is something that you're probably not going to be worrying about in the first playthrough, because you're going to be just swamped with everything else really. But this is the basic thing of your planet, the understanding of the shipyard, and when you build an outpost, you need to click on that outpost to upgrade it to make it a shipyard. Your science ship exploring nicely. I was hoping to come across an archaeological dig site. Like you see there, that blue thing, that means we've encountered. So we click on this, and as you can see, oh, who are these? We assign an envoy. Now I have 3 because of the humans, but like on an alien race, you probably only have 2 at the start. And then that'll like learn their language, so you'll be able to understand who they are and speak to them. Now it might not even be that. They might even be just wandering aliens in space that can't even speak. They're not intelligible. You don't know. That's why I recommend the more events mod, because you do get the extra stuff. But this video is nearly 20 minutes long now, so I'm going to quickly wrap this one up. And in the next video, we shall go over claiming the next space, the next system over to yourself, colonizing a planet, the one that you wish to colonize, so you can then have 2 planets. At first, you have to support that colony, but I'll explain that in the next video. If there's anything you feel like I've missed out, sorry, please leave a comment down in the comments section, and I will get onto it, and I will probably add it on at the end of the video at a later date, or maybe just make another little video explaining basically why I didn't go over any concepts in this video. It's basically so I didn't overwhelm you with too much information regarding the aspects of the game. The fleet you want to keep around the starbase, and that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. Now if you like this video, I would Oh, wait a minute. Do you know what I've just thought of? Before you do go, I will do this. Now you open up this, you get your traditions. I'll do this quickly before you go, so you have a little idea what we're doing next time, and you get this on the screen. Now let's just select. Now I always go expansion first, because as I said before, look, star-based influence cost minus 10%. When you adopt the policy, maximum districts, colony development process is 25%. Adopting all expansion traditions, that means every single one of these, will allow the following effects: max districts, non-artificial planets only, +1. Ascension perk unlocked, and you get ascension perk when you complete every single one of them. And then we'll go over that when I do get this done in that video. But as you can see, I'm going to adopt this one, take this up, and then when we come on next time, you'll see that we can claim the system, colonize the planet, expand out a little bit more. We'll build a few more construction spaceships. We'll accumulate up a bit of unit to buy some scientists, and we'll start exploring the galaxy. Now, I think I also forgot a quick word from our sponsor, the like button. Now, I'm forgetting this all the time now, aren't I? Yeah, please go down there, give that guy a little punch in the face and let him know that you like the video. I know I did go on a bit with the explanation of the stuff, but it's like this. Like I said, this is for beginner players, not those of you who've played a few. If you played this a few times, then this is an absolutely pointless video to yourselves, because everything I've said is basic stuff that you already all know. But this is for people who are stuck, turned the game on and thought, oh, I'm not playing this rubbish, when really it's an amazing game. And that's a goodbye from me, guys. Well, I hope you like the content, and I hope this helps all of you who are struggling and would like to learn some more about Stellaris. Now I will do another video explaining the aspects of moving and stuff next time. So it's a goodbye from me, guys, and I shall see you all in the next video.